Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? The Steppers is back, man. Back, man. Buckeye Steppas podcast, episode 40, man. Another milestone episode tonight, man. It's gonna be a great one, man. With my brother, man. My brother, T Matt, man. How you feeling, my brother?
Feeling great. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Work definitely been interfering with the process, but the team's still holding it down. We still here. We still live. We still ready. Episode 40 though. We done come a long way. We like next month we got Buckeye football. We like less than 60 days, I think.
Yeah, man.
We headed towards the good time of year, baby.
Yeah,
And shout
man.
out Wooden Grail. All the exclusive new hats that dropped. They came 4 days early. You know, we here.
Yeah, bro, you definitely motherfucking the Ohio
Anybody
memorabilia goat
anybody
out
want to
here
see
right
two
now.
anybody want to see 2K worth of Buckeye hats? Just come check out the house.
Man, bruh. This man got
My
a
wife my
whole
wife says no more, but
garage
I
of
told her I'd
hats.
give her till my birthday.
Yeah,
But hey, what
man.
up, what
So
up though?
yeah, it's definitely lit, man. We got several topics to cover tonight for sure, man. And definitely it's gonna be a great show, man. This is the 40th one, man. It's crazy just think like, damn, 40 episodes, man. We just did 40 episodes within this past year, man. Just being consistent. Like we only took 1 week off. 1 week off out of the last 41 weeks. Only 1 week off we took off from the show. You know what I'm saying? But and we still would have did the show. You know what I'm saying? But we had
Hey,
a lot of
and
shit
that
going
and
on
that
that week.
that vacation day was very well deserved. Vacation well deserved for the squad,
Facts, man. Facts, man.
even if it
So.
wasn't so fun.
Thanks, man. So we can go ahead and get into this first topic right here, and I'm just going to pull this up real quick, and we can just go over and dub it a little bit. So this is something I seen, a little bit earlier today. Uh, College football alerts right here. They then posted this saying the schools that have made a bowl game every year the past 10 seasons, and you see right here, Ohio State. LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Clemson on this list right here, man. So, what you think about this list right here with the six schools right here making a bowl game the past 10 years?
Man, I just feel like Oklahoma won enough games to make a bowl game this year. I feel like we were making fun of them for being like four and
Unfortunately.
nine, and I, that's all right. Now I didn't recall them being whatever. I mean, I think I see three powerhouses, one occasional powerhouse who hasn't really been a powerhouse since Joe, but we'll see what they look like with Neusmeyer this year. Uh, I think Clemson is not far off from fucking falling off that fucking page right there.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. Everybody's super high on Cade Klubnik. I think if you really do the thought process, there are two quarterbacks in a row they've recruited and have been ass. If you're talking ukulele and Klubnik, I don't know. Maybe Klubnik's not ass, but he's not what he was supposed to be. Uh, yeah, it's a cool list. Cool. I mean, crazy that only six out of like 117 teams. I'm a hater, but I see one team that ain't on that list. I see one team that's not on there.
man, you hear me?
Oh, fucking shitballs up north.
Bro, it's crazy. I had a question for you. Salute Tony, man, in the building. Hey, so I had a question for you. Um, is all six of these teams blue blood teams you consider right now currently as far as college
It's
football?
wild because I was sitting here thinking the same shit. That's wild before you asked, and I'm sitting here looking at him. I would say, like, I would still stick to what I said, but I would say there's four blue bloods and two teams that are occasionally good. And I would say Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and Georgia are for sure blue bloods and like teams that have been consistently good since the 60s, 70s, and on. You know what I'm saying? With very little times of down. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I would say you're just missing like the USC and the Florida State. Unfortunately, the shit balls up north. Ugh. I hate that they are, but they are. In terms of programs, I hate it, but I'm honest. I'm honest. I would say they're the least successful blue blood program in the last 100 years, but whatever.
Yeah, man. In my opinion, yeah,
They
this
be
is this
winning
is a good
regular.
solid
They
little.
the Dallas Cowboys. They win regular season games and don't win natties.
Yeah, yeah, man. I say with this list right here, as far as these six teams, I think these six teams are definitely solid. Oklahoma last year had a lackluster season. LSU had a lackluster season, but the other four with Georgia, Bama, Clemson, and Ohio State, they stood their ground obviously, and they all besides Alabama made the playoffs. Alabama lost to the bums up north in the damn
Right.
Pop Tart Bowl and shit last year. You know what I mean? But I definitely would consider these teams definitely blue bloods, in my opinion. Um, Oklahoma, I know they've been doing pretty well recruiting and stuff recently and stuff. Clemson has stepped their game up a little bit. So, I mean, with these teams right here, um, it's no it's crazy naming these three teams, these six teams, because it's no big dog right now, like how Nick Saban, had his run and stuff. Kirby had a chance to make a crazy run, but his run got stopped, and he's like on the standstill. He still can't deal with Alabama problems right now. You know what I mean? So Kirby Smart got Alabama problems that he still got to deal with, and he got a handle over there.
Right.
And I mean, right now, Ohio State, they have the chance to become that team, like to become that that real true, you know, team that's on a
Powerhouse.
run, a real powerhouse that's just dominant. Like, what I'm saying? There's no dominant team right now in college football currently, you know what I'm saying? So like who's the team that's gonna step up and make and play in that role? I believe is going to be Ohio State the way that we building right now. You know what I mean? I know Georgia they building good over there. Bama they still in the air after Nick Saban leaving. Kevin DeBoer got work to do, even though they're recruiting very well still. Clemson is still trying to stay competitive in that weak ass ACC conference.
Man, they need to jump ship.
Yeah, I mean, and then Georgia, like they got to, like I said, they got to handle Alabama. They got Alabama problems they got to deal with. You know what I mean? So LSU, they got to build themselves back into one of them live ass teams for real. You know what I mean? That was one of the top teams in the country year in year
Facts.
out because they had a lackluster season last year, and it's crazy because LSU and Clemson they playing on the first game. Yeah, they got the first game this year, so that's gonna be interesting right there for sure. These niggas crazy. I'm up. I just seen some shit about Felix Ojo right now. Felix Ojo is supposed to commit tomorrow, and we already know where that's going. So there ain't no need to talk about that. All right, who this right here? That ain't a hop off. I thought that was somebody who was about to join. So we can get off with this one. Oh shit, T Mac got off, or he got kicked off. I don't know. I don't know what happened. All right, so I'm gonna keep it rolling, man. All right, so what we got here, man? I'm gonna go ahead and share this right here for y'all. Oh, damn, this is twice on there. Kind of crazy. All right, so we got this right here. You got CFB National Championship odds currently right now, man. And of course, you got Ohio State. They got the highest odds to repeat right now currently. And then they got Texas at plus 550 right behind Ohio State. It's crazy because a lot of the hype is more so behind Texas and Penn State right now. And right now, the biggest odds to win it all right now is Ohio State right now. Crazy, they got Oregon right there at 950 plus, you know what I'm saying, right behind Penn State. Yeah, this is a real interesting little list right here. Oh shit, there you go. Okay. There you go. I was like, what? I like they did it kick him
Man,
off?
I had jumped in the comments to see who was commenting, and I accidentally hit done, and it
Oh
closed everything.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I just hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
As far as list, I think Notre Dame's too low on this list. They returned quite a bit of people. I think CJ Carr is going to be very good. I'm not going to lie about that at all. Um, yeah, I think that the list is pretty solid. I think again, how the hell do you have a 7-5 team so high on this list? I will never understand over a
Man,
freshman quarterback. I just don't even get it. This dude might come out and just blow in college football. Like
that's a high ass
okay,
eye
whatever. If
for
that's
the
where you want to
Bums
put him.
though.
That's
That's
crazy
a
odds,
real
anyways.
high
Like it's
ass
not real
eye
good
for
odds, but
real.
I just don't feel like they should be on the list. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater, but I just don't feel like they lost a lot of their dominant players on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a lot of unknown. Justice Haynes is great, but like he ain't proven in the Big Ten yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts,
let's see what you got type shit. I don't know.
facts, bro. Yeah, I like where Ohio State is at on this list. It it's kind of surprising though, like I said before, man, because a lot of these old media corporate, I like to call them corporate media now. A lot of these corporate media college football guys been on Penn State nutsack and Texas nutsack as well, believing that they gonna be the guys to bring it home and win it all this year. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, y'all can't get out the Buckeyes. We ran it back. We trying to run this bitch back, and we got the best player on offense in the country and the best player on defense in the country, man. You can't count the Buckeyes out. They tweaking.
Tweaking,
They tweaking for
factually
real.
tweaking.
So that's why I'm like, man, they better get it. They better get it right, man. You better get it right. Now it's kind of interesting with Georgia being over Penn State. That's a little interesting right there.
That's that SEC bias shit they trying to hang on to. But when the Big Ten wins it for the third year in a row, they're gonna have to shut that shit all the way down.
Dad, talk about it. Talk about
Oh,
it.
they know
And
what
I
it
see
is.
and you see LSU right behind Notre Dame. I know a lot of people have been high on LSU
And
a little
that's
bit this
that.
year, thinking that their defense is going to be better this year.
Well, they have the projected number one pick at quarterback, so we shall see.
Yeah, what you think about that a little bit, man? Real quick with Nussmeyer, like what I'm saying, they got. I see some corporate media guys got him ahead of K Klubnik and Arch Manning and
Well, not to
stuff.
like jump into the next comment, not into the next combo, but like how in one breath does oh boy call? I mean, I had to go double check this, but I believe he has a mock draft out too, and I'm pretty certain he has Nussmeyer as the number one pick as well. So how in one breath do you call Arch Manning the best quarterback since Tim Tebow, which is laughable to be honest. Um,
Really is.
and then not have him as the number one draft pick. I just don't understand that. But whatever. I think Nussmeier's dope. He's good, but I just don't know that I've seen enough out of him production wise. I don't know why they're calling him the number one projected number one pick. I don't know if that has to do with his dad's team potentially being shitty enough to get the number one pick or not, but whatever. I don't know. I think
Yeah, bro.
LSU is going to
I
be
mean,
normal LSU.
he had
They're
a decent little year last year, but it wasn't like amazing or it wasn't like crazy to where you give him that number one spot for number QB1 in the draft for this upcoming year.
right.
Like
No, I feel it.
that's why I'm kind of
And like,
surprised by that a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
think about who his coach is. Think about who his coach is.
Brian Kelly,
Quarter boy himself.
Brian
I'll
Kelly,
never
man.
forget when they first started doing those 360 cam videos at like recruiting things.
Oh yeah, he
Have
really
you seen the video of Brian
dancing.
Kelly's
Yeah, he
dog?
dancing to the rap
One of the
music with the
funniest things I've
kids.
ever seen. Yeah, bro. He was trying to turn to the camera like I was
Yeah,
crying
he give
over
a
that. That
dance
shit
to
was
the
so
red. I'm
funny to
like, look
me.
at this boy. This boy, Brian Kelly, trying to do it. He thirsty as hell. He
Hey,
gonna try to be hip and everything. Trying to, trying to get these kids to commit. Big play sports. My boy was good, brother. Yeah, man. So we can go ahead and get into the next joint, man. I'm going through like filler topics a little bit in a sense, filler topics at the moment. But we can do we can do this one. All right, so boom, right here. So we got top 10 college football players with highest NIL valuations right here. And as you see, Arch Manning has the most. He's number one with 6.8 million. Then you got Carson Beck with 4.3 million behind him. Jeremiah Smith,
I
4.2
gotta.
million, which I think is kind of now that Jeremiah just signed with Adidas just now. I think that deal is probably
I was
more
about to
now.
say that myself. Like this has to be different with the new Adidas deal because the 4.2 was I had already seen that before. So that Adidas deal just became official, I believe, yesterday. So
Yeah, it was yeah
uh,
yesterday.
I believe that number will be much higher, and I'm gonna say he probably got more than 2.6 million from Adidas for a whole college deal. So being the best player, highest paid, highest rated player in the game. Yeah, you're gonna have to say probably he's probably number one now. I would
Definitely.
also
Then
say
you got
Carson Beck is probably way overpaid.
yeah, then you got Garrett Nussmeyer with 3.7 million. Wow. Lenora Sellers with 3.7 million as well, along with DJ Lagway, the quarterback from Florida, with 3.7 mil. Then you
He's
got Cade
nasty,
Klubnik, 3.4.
trash.
Drew Aller with 3.1 million. Quarterback for
So
Arizona
throw
State,
to
Sam Levitt
nobody.
with 3.1 million. And they got Bryce Underwood with 3 million this year with the Bums up north.
That's wild. Hey, bro, imagine paying somebody $3.1 million to hand it off to your running back 40 times a game.
Bro, that is crazy. You just said that, bro. 'Cause I literally thought the same fucking thing when when you
That's
just said that
crazy.
shit.
Hey, bro, you making 3.1 million and you have a playoff game with zero completed passes to a wide receiver. That is an embarrassing stat. And Penn State's NIL initiative should be effing embarrassed. You should have gave that money to your running backs. At least they carried you there.
Man, dead ass, bro. Like I'm surprised. Like I'm looking at Drew Aller getting 3.1 over there. Yeah, that's definitely seniority right there on his behalf for sure.
Yeah,
Right there.
definitely not skill based.
Arch Manning 6.8 million. Damn. Yeah, that's
That's last
definitely
name
the
based, I would say.
yeah, that's definitely off of the namesake for sure. Definitely off the namesake. 'Cause I'm looking like, damn, 4.3, I mean 6.8 mils. He probably making more than that for real with other little deals he probably got too, knowing him. I mean, that boy
Mhm.
Arch Manning getting to a bag. You remember
Facts.
last year he didn't want to get he was the only fucking player on the damn NCAA game that like didn't want to be on the game until he got like a certain amount of pay. Like he got more pay than other players did, which was
Right.
nasty work right there. That's some real special privilege shit right there for Arch Manning, dog. Like for real. Like that shit's crazy. Lenora Sellers, yeah, 3.7 million. Yeah, I heard Lenora Sellers. I heard I seen an interview with him where he was mentioning that others he had schools trying to get him out of the portal for more like 6 to 8 million. That was like
That's crazy.
yeah, him and that quarterback that's at Duke now that's at Duke Mensa that transferred from Tulane. I know he
Yeah,
went to Duke because they gave him like 6, 7, 8 million, and then he was saying the same thing like other
that's
schools was
crazy.
trying to offer him more money as well, bro. Like so this transfer portal shit now with the NIL, well, it's a little different though because the house settlement ain't in play for every state So a lot of the college, so it is several colleges out there that's not trying to abide by the whole NIL situation for as the house settlement, because they trying to get all the college teams to have a limit for us, like a salary cap, pretty much, and they're trying to have them, be at 20.5 million. Is the cap. So, and then all the NIL situations with brands and stuff, they gotta be reported and everything and noted and everything
Right.
for the for the guys. So, and it's crazy. This whole house settlement is by the courts. It's not by the NCAA, which is very interesting in that aspect too. So, and
Right.
Ohio State, they didn't did away with their collectives, where they got the collectives joining together to help, as far as the NIL situation and stuff now. So it's real interesting times, because Ohio State is the team that's trying to abide by this salary cap, but there's some other teams that ain't. Some bums up north, they one of them.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
they don't want to follow the rules?
yeah,
That
shit. They
sound
man,
that doesn't
they
sound like them
never,
now, does it?
they never want to follow the fucking rules, bro. Never, bro.
They can't
Never.
even follow rules about cheeseburgers, buddy.
For real, bro. Dead ass, man. So, okay, so we can go ahead and run in. We can talk up. We can do this one real quick, man. I was waiting for the guys, waiting for at least TV to come on this, at least, but
Right.
we can go ahead and do this one topic right here, about Cornell Tate right here. So, interesting news. So you had you had ESPN recently. They did, like, the most sleeper players, you know for this upcoming season for as college football heading in, guys that's eligible to go into the draft. And right here, Jake Trotter from ESPN, he spoke about Cornell Tate, saying, Cardinal Tate was overshadowed by first round pick Emeka Ibuka and true freshman Jeremiah Smith last season. But Tate still played a key role for the Buckeyes, starting every game for the national champions. And then they said this: with Ibuka going to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tate is set to play an ever bigger role for the Buckeyes as a junior. He could easily surpass the 52 catches and 703 receiving yards he had last season, and he should be a valuable wingman to Jeremiah Smith and yet another talented Ohio State receiving corps. And then this is from an NFL scout right here. He says, I'm all in on Tate. He's big, but his technical ability as a route runner is impressive. He's really good at generating separation with his size and his start stop ability. He's a really good wide receiver too in the pros.
Well, I mean, we've already spoke on that before ourselves, as far as thinking that Cardinal Tate's probably the next first round pick for Ohio State to keep the trend going or whatever. But
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that he exceeds 1,000, maybe even 1,200 yards. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like Jeremiah Smith don't rub me as the type of dude to like make a comment on somebody just to make him look good in social media or quiet the Buckeye fans. Like if he says something, like he gonna stand on that and stand behind it and believe in that. And you know what I'm saying? Like the things he's saying about how good this man is and like how bad it's gonna be for opponents. You know what I'm saying? That he finally coming into his character and coming into his lane. I didn't even realize my camera wasn't on, but I'm just saying, like in my mind, I feel like he's about to shine, and nobody can double cover and anybody but Jeremiah. So like I feel like with Ennis and dang, I forget his last name, Max Clare. There we go. My bad. And
Yeah,
and 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 I just feel like Carnell Tate is going to be able to be wide open all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think
right.
there's many people that are going to be able to cover him outside of maybe our first game because Texas has still got some real good DBs. But again, they got a double. They got a double Jeremiah Smith You got to put your other safety on Max Clare. Like, show me how many Big Ten corners are going to cover this man 1v1, bro. There's not a lot. He's going to have a season. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very
Facts.
possible. I think it's possible we could have 4 or 5 receivers. Drop my phone. That we could have 4 or 5 receivers with 500, 600 yards or more. You know what I'm saying? I think we end up with two with 1,000 again, maybe even a tight end with 1,000. Max Claire's going to go crazy with.
Yeah, Max.
He's
Yeah,
never played with this type of receiving core around him to where teams aren't even going to be able to put anybody that can actually cover him. He's going to be in mismatches all day against their best covered linebacker or their less good safety. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're playing Ohio State, you got to put your other safety that's good at covering over top to help cover Jeremiah Smith. You know what I'm saying? In some instances, we've seen it. They're going to even put that linebacker over there on a triple coverage on Jeremiah Smith. What do you do with Max Clare at that moment? We're talking about Carnell Tate, but I'm serious, bro. I'm so hyped about this season. If Julian Sand's even 75% as good as what they're saying, this team is fitting to be the most explosive offense we've seen. And that sounds crazy. I'm just being honest. We haven't had a tight end to this level and probably Jeremy Rickert, maybe. Maybe not even that. He might not even be as good. I can't even tell you. Max Claire's potentially elite at the next level. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I just think that's going to open up our wide receiver game to a level that we haven't even got to see, even with the talent we've had, because we've had Cade Stovers. With no disrespect to my dog, he's in the NFL now, but I mean, he was a linebacker in the Rose Bowl the year before. He's not a Max Clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Facts.
so hype about it, it's retarded.
Yeah, Max Clear, bro, this year is gonna be big for the team. Especially he gonna be one of Julian Sand's best friends, man, out there, man, for sure. And you seen him in the
Man,
spring game where he had that good pass to him down the middle and everything. So
yeah.
I'm definitely excited about Max Clear. But right here with this is another thing too, right here with Tate right here. So out of the draft board right now. They have Carnell Tate, the number 4 wide receiver off the board currently right now,
And he
29
probably has a better
overall.
season than every one of those dudes this year.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I know the dude Jordan Tyson is, he nice. He definitely nice.
Yeah, but that
Tony
team loses
Williams,
Cam
nice.
Scatterbill, and that changes the whole aspect of the offense. So their passing game might not be as open this year without the fear of Scatterbill running. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
nobody's equating that when they're saying that. Like we lost a running game, but we brought back 3 more elite running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like and brought in Bo Jackson. Like it's not the same. They don't have somebody to replace a Cam Scatterbill. But I'm gonna be honest, all of these running backs on our team might equal the other two. And then you add in the tight end. I don't know, bro. Carnell Tate's in for a crazy season because he's literally basically about to be standing wide open, being covered by the third best cover person on the other team, as probably the best wide receiver two in the country, and probably starts at every other team except for maybe those 3 right there on the board. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. Yeah. Carnell
this
Tate,
is
he'll be a number
it's
one
going
on
to
a
be
lot of teams.
unfair, is what I'm saying. It's not even going to be, yeah. It's poor teams, poor other teams. If I say one more
Facts.
thing, since we're talking about this, if that man Ryan Day runs more than 10 times against Michigan and doesn't torch them with this fucking pass game he has in front of him, I might run on the damn field.
Hey man, we talked about that a little bit briefly. I don't know if it was in the chat or it was last week's show where we was talking about just I think right Ohio State after the way they played last year that I think they're going to keep the ball rolling, like being aggressive, keeping the balance on offense but being aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, and I believe that's the style of play that we're going to carry on and and play throughout this whole entire year with that swagger. Like, yo, we about to try to get out on y'all ass 2, 3 scores, 4 or 5. Good night. That's the type of time that Ohio State is on this year, I believe. Like, I think that's the time that we're gonna continue to stay on that type of time, and what I'm saying, for real, in my opinion, for sure. And I'm definitely jacking Cornell Tate, man, as definitely a first rounder in this draft coming up if he decides to come out, which I believe he will. And I think he's going to have a big year, especially a lot of attention going to be given to Jeremiah Smith this year. So it allows Cardinal Tate, Max Clare, Brandon Ennis, Marlon Graham, even Quincy Porter when he get his little shot to come in. You know what I mean? It gives them the opportunity. Even Bryson Rogers, I even add Bryson
Hey,
Rogers
I
on this
was
list.
on I was on
It gives
that
them the
Buck Nuts.
opportunity to eat.
I was on that Buck Nuts the other day, and it was like showing a currently updated depth chart, and it had Quincy Porter over Milan Graham on the depth chart. I swear to God, it did.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I see now. I wouldn't take too much consideration into it because
No,
they
I dig.
love
I'm just
Marlon
saying what I
Graham.
read. Yeah, I be looking on there. I just was like, yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that the other day.
yeah,
I was surprised. Man,
yeah,
TB need to
man.
hurry up because I need to get off for a second, but I don't want to leave you by yourself.
All right, so we can get into talking about this recruiting a little bit, man. Since me and you on here, because that's what we love to do. And there go TB
Right.
actually right there. Matter of fact,
My
we can
bad, y'all.
actually.
What up?
Nah, you all
Hey,
good, brother? You all good? What's
let me
good?
get my
What's good? How
stuff
you
ready
feeling?
and revisit the recruiting. Do something with TB for a second. Let me get my
All right,
stuff
you
ready. I
good?
got to leave. I'll be right
You
back
good?
on when I'm driving, like I said, but I got to get my stuff ready.
Are you good?
Later.
Yeah,
All right.
let me get your take on since we can go back to it real quick. Let me get your take for us um this right here. The championship odds right here currently they got Ohio State at one right now with plus 500, Texas
Uh-huh.
at plus 550. You got Georgia at plus 700. You
What?
got Oregon at plus 950. Then you got Clemson at plus 1200. Alabama at plus 1200. Notre Dame at plus 1200. LSU plus 1800. And they got Michigan plus 2500. What you think about this, brother?
I don't like it. Number one, Michigan not a playoff team, so I don't understand why they even got the odds. They even on there. Number one, that's just my opinion. I think Penn State is too high. And who's Georgia's quarterback? Like I don't.
I forgot the dude name that he played in the playoffs last year when Carson Beck got hurt. Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
real fond of him. Yeah,
yeah.
The one white dude. He's
Say
like a door threat.
yeah.
Yeah, Gunnar
Okay,
Stockton. Gunnar Stockton. That's his name.
I
Yeah,
knew it was
that's his
something like
name. Like
like
Gunnar
Gunner or
Stockton.
something. Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck they came with that name from for him.
I don't know. I think Penn State too high. I don't think Michigan is even going to make the playoffs, honestly. But I could just be my hatred for them talking. Um, and then other than that, I'm cool. So my main issues, I think Penn State too high, and I think Michigan on there. Michigan shouldn't be on there. Only two Big Ten teams should be on there is us and Oregon.
Yeah, T Man said the same thing. He don't think Michigan should be on there. And I was surprised that they had Penn State at set plus. I thought they probably would have been at the top the way they've been corporate media been hyping their ass.
Yeah, they is. They've been hyping. I think they real high on Drew Aller. I don't know. I guess like what I'm saying college. I feel like college football media and the pundits be high on teams that have like you know experienced quarterbacks who's been there for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that is the thing. That is the
You know,
thing.
like they got Drew Aller. He's a good. I mean, he's just an average quarterback at best. I don't understand the hype. I don't understand the hype. Tony talking about in the chat. He gonna be have a breakout year and all this, that, and the third. And I just don't see it. Just
Yeah,
don't see
hell
it.
nah. Drew Allen. I'm not. I done seen enough film on him, man, to know he
Yeah,
ain't one of them.
he's
He just
not. We
not
don't.
one of them.
I mean, we don't see him play in high school. We don't see him play in college. Like we don't. The sample size is there. You know what I'm saying? And he this is not. He's just not it. I don't even. I mean, he's fifth round draft pick minimum, I believe. like a best. He's
Shit,
going
he
in
might
fifth
be
round, sixth
6
round.
or 7. The way this
Right.
shit go, the way the season go, yeah, that's
I mean, put
gonna
it like
really tell
this.
it all.
Right. Put it like this. Brock Purdy was the last man picked in the draft, and I don't even think Drew Aller better than him. You know,
Yeah,
that's so.
yeah,
That's
I'm in agreement with you.
so. That's how I
I'm
feel
in
about Penn
total
State.
agreement with you. Yeah,
So
man, and I can go ahead and ask you back on this question right here. So, um, what did I show? So we was talking about Cornell Tate before you came on, and
oh yeah, big year
they
from
was
him. Big year.
yeah they was saying Tate was overshadowed by the first round pick Emeka and Jeremiah last year, and saying that he still played a key role last year in every game last year. Then they were saying that he could easily surpass 52 receptions and 733 yards that he had this past
Oh
season
yeah,
this year. And think he's going to be a valuable wingman to Jeremiah Smith, and yet another talented Ohio State receiving corps this year. And
yeah,
then right here they would mention saying this NFL E Scout says I'm all in on Carnell Tate. He's big, but his technical ability as a route runner is impressive. He's really good at generating separation with his size and his stop ability. He's a
hmm
really good wide receiver too in the pros. What do you think about that take with Carnell Tate?
I I actually like that take. You know what I mean? And honestly, is it a stretch to say that, you know what I'm saying, he can't reach 1,000 with JJ? I think they both can.
Oh yeah, I think this year he definitely can reach the thousand for
hmm
sure.
Yeah,
I
I
definitely
don't know
believe he
about the
can.
catches. I don't know about the catches, but I think he can reach the yardage. You know, because he get the yard. He's good at, yards after catch. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So I definitely think he can get the yardage. The catches is, I'm not sure how that's, but turn out, but I definitely think that he will be a pivotal part. You know, and he's definitely going to be a pivotal part in our season. He was a pivotal part last year too, because I love you, Mecca, but there were some games, that Carnell Tate had better games. You know what I mean? And stepped up. So
Yeah,
yeah,
nah.
I mean, that's no shade on the Mecca dog. Whatever, however the defense rolled, I played, whatever the case may be. But Carnell Tate, he was one of my favorite players on offense last year. So I think he poised for a big year. And also, I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just my Bengal fanhood, but he reminds me a lot of T. You know what I mean? Body type. You know what I mean? The way he runs, where he runs routes. That's my like NFL comparison for Carnell. I think he'll be like a T. Higgins type caliber player for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know if you were watching. Go ahead, my bad.
go ahead,
Go ahead, Cam.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, go T Mac. Go ahead.
I don't know if you was watching when I was talking TV, but and I didn't really hear much of what you said other than you thought that he might beat the yards, but not the catches. I think based on the tight ends that we have added to our offense, this man is going to be standing wide open very, very much so often. I think he has more than 52 catches. Because even with
Yeah,
Jeremiah having as many catches as he had this year, Emeka Ibuka had like 96 or 86, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
like our wide
Yeah,
receiver two having more than 52 catches is not out of this realm. You know what I'm saying? 52 is
that's
our
true.
wide receiver three. Is you know what I'm saying? There's no reason you don't have more than that as wide receiver two, in my opinion. What is going to be a very, very pass heavy offense.
Yeah, I can't argue with that take. So this off the top, if he gets over 52, what you think Brandon Ennis gonna get?
Man, I think, like I said on when I was talking, I said I don't think it's out of the reality
Woo.
or the realm to think of us having 5 to 6 receivers with 35 to 40 catches and 600 yards. I really, really stand on that. Like our receiving core is that deep, and like I said to Cam, with the tight end that we have, a lot of the extra coverages are going to have to be shifted to him. You're not going to be able to cover any of those three receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah,
it's. I think it's going to be spooky hours for teams this year, bro. I really, really. I'm not just being biased. Like I said again earlier, I'm repeating myself, but if Julian saying is even 75% of what we expect him to be inside this offense, it's going to be spooky for a lot of the teams we play, bro. And I
Yeah,
said it again. I don't think any of the teams other than Texas that are on our schedule have the DBs to hang even closely with what we have to present.
yeah,
Because you can't put your best safety over top of Jeremiah because you got to put him on Max Clare or he's getting covered by a linebacker. Then what? Touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it's really
yeah.
like
So that makes it.
I said again. I don't think we've seen a tight end like this since like Jeremy Rickard or maybe even before that. You know what I'm saying? Like Ben Hartzog maybe. Like this is like one of the best tight ends we've had on roster in a while.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I
All
mean,
right, so we
honestly,
can
I can't
wait,
get
wait,
mad
wait.
at that, man. Being a pass heavy offense, I think we'll be pass. I kind of agree with you as far as being a pass. I think we'll be pass heavy early in the season, and I think once teams start to see that, running game gonna pick up. You know what I mean? Because we do. I mean, our offense. I just like. I feel like teams
I don't hate.
from week to week are going to pick their poison. You know what I mean? Like they'll see us run for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns one week, and then they're watching film, and they'll be like, okay, let's stop the running game, but then we throwing it all over the around the yard on them. So that's why that's what I kind of predict. Like our season will be. You know what I mean? I just think that we're going to just destroy teams based on what they want to choose to stop. If they want to stop the pass, we're gonna run out down their throats. If they want to stop the run, we're gonna just let JJ and Carnell do their thing because our offense is stacked. That's my opinion.
Facts, facts, man. So we can just go into this next topic. Let's go ahead and heat
I
it up a
I
little
agree.
bit right here. Let's heat it up a little bit, man. Let's heat it up. All right,
Heat
man.
it up.
I seen this yesterday, man. The other day, this man Paul Feinbaum, man, Philbaum, Feinbaum, whatever the hell his damn name is. This man says Arch Manning is the best college football quarterback we have seen since Tim Tebow. This is
So
nasty work right
He gonna
here,
take care of it,
dog.
bro.
What do y'all think
Bro,
we're
he
just
gonna
about
gonna
handle
Paul
it.
forget names.
Feinbaum's take right here?
Oh my. Go
Hey,
ahead, T
listen,
Mac.
I don't even feel like commenting on it. That's terrible take. I
We
don't
need
even
one
want
of
to
them
comment on it.
classic T Mac. We need one
I'll
of them
just say one
classic
name:
T Mac
Joe
rants
Burrow.
on this.
Like what?
Yeah.
All
I
right,
mean,
man.
first
Fucking,
of
we're
all,
talking about Tim Tebow's. I mean, you had. Go ahead.
what is a fucking Arch Manning one to be compared to Tim Tebow? I'm not even trying to hype Tim Tebow, number one. You know what I mean? Like, Tim Tebow is a national champion. You know, he's even won a fucking playoff game in NFL. Like, what has Arch done? Like, they was going off his name, and that's it. They're just going off his name. Like, he hasn't done nothing compared to no Tim Tebow. Like, what in the world? I just think the most craziest thing in the world I've ever heard. But I can't really yell because I'm in my wife's office, but it's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm looking at this like
I just don't
Tim Tebow, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
Right.
man. He
Yeah.
played in.
I don't
So
know
I'm
who
looking at his stats right here. He played in. Arch Manning last year played in. Let me see.
three
Let me
games.
see.
Yeah, about
So
three.
he played. He started in 2 games last year. The 2 games he started in was against Louisiana Monroe and Mississippi
Mm-hmm.
State. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, you're gonna have good numbers in those games. Even though that Louisiana Monroe game, I remember we talked about that game last year where he had 2 touchdowns, but he threw 2 picks in that game. He was 15 for 29 in that game. And of course, Mississippi State, he was 26 for 31, 2 touchdowns in that game. A lot of his stats is coming off the run, pretty much rushing. You know what I'm saying? Even though they putting him in short yard position pretty much for him to get the first down or score on the goal line and stuff like that. So it's like like I mean, I'm like, bro, y'all hyping this man, and it goes back to no, I think I think we all talked about this. It goes back to the quarterback. I forgot the quarterback from Georgia, man. I forgot his daggone name. Aaron Murray, I think. Aaron Murray. He when he had a clip where he
Wow.
mentioned he mentioned that. if Arch is so good, why didn't he start over Quinn Ayers last year?
Yeah, see, Spurrier said the same
And
thing.
then Steve Spurrier said the same thing. So you got two guys that's no football guys, mentioning like if he's so good, why didn't he start last year over Quinn?
Yo, so I
Right, but
said
then
that
you
to
have people going as far as saying they think that Texas would have beat us and won the national championship if they'd have played Arch Manning. What?
no.
And I'm
That's
going to use the great TV line. What have you seen that makes you say that? What have you seen that makes you say that? Like Cam just said, 15 or 29 versus Louisiana Monroe. Who the fuck is that? Who the
yo.
who the who the
My
fuck is
brother
that
just.
that you threw 2 interceptions versus them?
I agree. My brother just told me though just now. He said, "Well, Tim Tebow couldn't start over Ryan Leaf, but that's not no good comparison. That's
Yeah,
still
that
not.
comparison is crazy.
But
Ryan Leaf? Oh
Ryan Leaf
my
won a fucking
God.
national championship before Tim Tebow. You know what I'm
exactly.
Oh
saying?
my
Like, not a
God.
good comparison. Quinn Ewers didn't
Nah.
even make the national championship. Ryan Leaf won one. And you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be 100% here. Ryan Leaf was a number one fucking draft pick. But, I mean, this is not a good comparison. Sorry to your brother. No disrespect. I'm not trying to flip on your brother.
No, no, no,
Terrible,
no. I
terrible,
said Ryan
terrible
Leaf. I
description.
think it was Chris. I think it was Chris Leaf. Whatever that quarterback was that started over. I forget his name, but I know it's Leaf or something. I may be
I think you're right. I think
sorry.
it was Chris Lee, but still number one draft pick. We're just saying the wrong name. Still, all the
Yes,
things that I said, 100% correct.
absolutely, 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 absolutely. I think it's a
Sorry for
whole.
getting your name wrong, though, Mr. Chris.
Facts, man.
Yes,
Yeah, this is
but I just think,
nasty
and then
work,
and if we
bro.
could just break down this the attributes. Like, are they trying to say like? I mean, Tim Tebow. I mean, we haven't really seen much of Arch throwing, but I'm just going to go on the limb and say he's a way better passer than Tim Tebow ever was. Right? I mean, I don't think
so,
Tim Tebow was always that great of a passer. Like,
so
I'm just trying to figure out what Palm Feinbaum was. What attributes was he trying to say? Because it damn sure ain't the accolades.
I
You
mean,
know
the
what I'm
only thing
saying?
that
It
maybe
is the
he's saying
statistics.
is like the polarizing effect of like, before Tebow even actually was the starter, he was like talked about. Like, we all argued in the group chat over him being a two-time national champion, and then come to find out he didn't even play any games till the second one. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
Facts.
that's what he's referring to. Like, everybody is so hype on Arch Manning and he hasn't played a game. I'm trying to defend him. But my first question is, Mr. Feinbaum, do you think that he's going to become a tight end in the NFL and then get cut by the Jaguars? Or, like, I,
Right.
I don't
Right.
understand the comparison fully. I'm trying to
No.
reach for it. I'm trying to force it, but I don't see it,
So am
bro.
I. Like,
And
I'm trying to like get where he's. I can't get there.
yeah, I keep trying to find angles to make it work, and I'm like, ah, yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't see
bro.
it.
Yeah, and then I want to show this clip right here. So y'all remember this is something me and I kind of spoke with y'all. I spoke with both y'all about this, as far as Arch Manning. You remember in the semifinal game when he was in that game, right?
He got
Hmm.
All
smoked.
right, so here we
Yeah.
go.
They crash in. Arch takes it to the side. Steps around the legs. First down.
The tight end came up, snapped it through the legs. A lot of teams been doing that lately. It was awesome.
Ooh.
Snapped it through the legs. A lot of teams been doing that lately. It's always
He ain't like that hit, bro. He ain't like that at all.
We all
Yeah.
talk about that run that we made, right? But one thing that I don't hear a lot of any of the podcasts or even us talk about, how much punishment we put on every one of those fucking quarterbacks we played in the playoffs. We broke Tungavailoa's helmet twice, two different helmets. We
Hmm.
we did Dylan Gabriel so bad that he had the worst game of his college career. We hit dude didn't come back in the game. Quinn Ewers' arm probably hurt for a month after the fact. And what we did to Riley Leonard on that first drive, he didn't run the ball again the whole game. You know what
Nope.
I'm saying? Like, our
Nope.
team were hitting them quarterbacks so hard they wanted to quit, bro. We hit
Hmm.
we hit we hit. I said Tungavailoa. That's the Dolphins quarterback. Y'all know who I meant. Oh boy, that
Yeah,
I am a Leva, whatever. I said the wrong name. We both had a name slip. Good
yeah.
shit.
I know you talking about.
But
Yeah.
we hit him so hard that motherfucker didn't want to go back to Rocky Top no more. He wanted to go home. He wanted to go closer to
Man.
the house. He was like, it's a hard hitting people over here. I don't want no parts of this shit no more. But guess what? Now we'll see week 8.
Right.
We're gonna break UCLA helmets too.
Listen, T.O. always talk about get your popcorn ready. When you play Ohio State, you better get that ice bath ready. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the ice bet. That was fire.
Get the ice bath
For
ready
real,
because
bro.
you gonna be in that joint. Kevin Hart, you better call Kevin Hart, get that cold as balls. Cause shit, no kidding.
You
Yeah.
stupid in hell.
Shoot, man, you know what I mean? But you're right though, man. We was hitting them boys last year, bro. We was hitting them
And you
boys.
seen Ransom, man. Ransom, man. And
And
I just hope either
JTT was
either
laying the wood
Jalen
too, no kidding.
McClain. I'm hoping Jalen McClain, whoever's gonna be the starter with Caleb, either if it's Jalen McClain or if it's my boy Malik Harford from Lakota West. I mean, either one, they
Mm-hmm.
just got to play up the par with Caleb, man. Play up the par with
Mm-hmm.
Caleb. Match his
That's it.
energy.
That's it. That's it.
Match his energy. So we can go ahead and do a schedule prediction, man. Notre
Okay.
Dame tonight. So they're going to schedule right there for Notre Dame right here
Come on, people.
for 2025. Um,
What?
first game, of course, they got the U game one, and then they got Texas A&M. Then they got Purdue. Then they're at Arkansas. Then they got Boise State. Then they got NC State. Then they got USC, the rival game. Boston College, Navy, Pittsburgh, Syracuse, and then they end the year out against Stanford. What y'all thinking about this schedule from Notre Dame right here?
That motherfucker is grueling, actually. What a schedule app. Like, for real, dead ass. Like, there's not really, like, a super duper weak game on there except for, like, Purdue. Dead ass, the rest of those teams could potentially be solid this year. That's not like Boise losing Genty definitely will probably affect them. I'm not gonna act like that couldn't be an easy game, but the U will be legit again. You know what I'm saying? Like they got another quarterback. Carson Beck's not terrible. I mean, he's not amazing, but he's not terrible. Texas
Yeah.
A&M, they they were top 4 in the SEC last year. I mean, they did lose to Notre Dame on like a last second play last year or some shit like that. But
Yeah,
Purdue will be easy, of course. Arkansas, I mean, they beat 2 of the 3 SEC playoff teams last year. You know what I'm saying? They beat Tennessee and they damn it, the other team that made it. Arkansas beat 2 of the SEC teams that made the playoffs. I'm having a brain fart. Boston College, or damn, I done skipped. Boise State, like I said, could be easy.
Okay.
NC State, usually a solid team. They're not like great. USC, the rivalry. Boston College, always. Nebraska could be legit because they're starting to come up around. What's his name? Uh, Rayola. Yeah,
oh, well,
that's
that's
a solid.
Navy. That's Navy.
No, my bad. Not Nebraska. You are right, 100%. The comment section is blocking the Navy part, and I see it now. Well, then, yeah, Navy game is always a
I thought it was
decent
Nebraska
game.
too, huh?
They beat their ass last year, though, so I'll chalk that one. Pitt always plays them good. Syracuse with that Fran Brown dude, they're starting to look really solid, bro. They made McCourt look great, so
Mm-hmm.
they could be solid again. They got a good commit transfer. I forget which transfer quarterback they got, but they got one of them. And then Stanford is, especially if it's at night or in Stanford, always somehow shocked somebody near the end of the year. So
Yeah.
that's really truly like a pretty daunting schedule, to be 100% honest with you.
I think
I
so. How many
agree.
losses
I
you got?
agree.
How many losses you got, T?
Hmm. This one's tough for
I'm
me a
gonna
little
get
bit
right.
right here.
I'm
I
thinking.
say I say they win. They beat Miami week one.
Mhm.
I say they edge it out against Texas A&M at home. I give them the Purdue win. I give them Arkansas. I give them Boise State and North Carolina State. I give them the USC game, so I got them going undefeated right now. Even though I feel like that I do feel like that Miami game because I know we did the Miami schedule a couple weeks ago. I feel like that
Hmm.
Miami game and that Texas A&M game, both of those games are 50-50 games in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I believe they can pull both of those games out. They got the talent to beat Miami, and I think they'll beat Texas A&M at home this year. Boston College, that's a dub. Navy, they blew them out last year, so I give Notre Dame a win at home for sure. 'Cause damn, really, they got the sleeper game is the Syracuse game. That's a sleeper game for them. Navy is a sleeper game because you got to defend that option, of course. And those two games, those first two games, Miami and Texas A&M, those is the two games I believe they can catch an L in on one of those two games for sure. So
You
I
don't
would
think
say
that
I get go ahead, T Mac.
you don't think USC could upset them?
Yeah, I can say that that's a game they can lose to. I get it because that's a rival game. So
Yeah.
in the rival games, the record don't fucking matter in no rival games.
Yeah. I got them losing to Miami week 1, and I got them losing to Texas A&M, and I got
You
them
Oh
got them
shit, you
losing
got
starting
to
to,
start off on
0-2?
two.
huh?
Woo! No,
I do.
I'm just repeating you, brother. That's dope.
Oh,
I'm not mad at what you're saying at all.
This
yeah,
I would give them. See now, the reason why I give them a Miami loss because it's at Miami. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I
exactly.
can give them that one. You know what I'm saying? I know in the schedule prediction I had Notre Dame beating Notre Dame Miami, so I got to stand on that. So I got Notre Dame beat
Mhm.
Miami that first game. They're gonna edge it out.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how Notre Dame's defense will be with a new defensive coordinator. They don't got Golden. I wonder if they're gonna continue to play that heavy man D like they did last year. And I
Oh
don't. Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah,
I think
I got a,
because Marcus Freeman, he's a defensive mind coach. You know what I mean? So I think he ends up. I'm pretty sure he done found a good replacement. I don't know who the replacement is as D coordinator for Notre Dame yet right now, but
mhm.
I'm pretty sure he found them somebody pretty good, pretty solid. I have to
Yeah.
look it up real quick.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I only got them losing 2. I think USC is gonna give them a tough game, but I just don't believe in USC. Honestly, they gotta show me. So,
Yeah, I ain't
You got
um,
to
confident
show
either,
me.
bro.
so yeah, 2. I got them losing just 2 losses. Even though I said Miami and Texas A&M, but I think they're running the table after that and still make the playoffs.
Oh shit! So Notre Dame's their defensive coordinator is Chris Ash. Chris Ash, man.
Okay.
Remember Chris Ash? He coached
He coached
he
at
coached
Ohio
at Ohio
State, didn't he?
State. Yeah, he was at Ohio State at one point.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, he went on and got him a head coaching job somewhere, and that didn't
Well,
work out. So now he back in the
they got
assistant
two
ranks.
they got 2 Ohio State guys there, so they high probability for success.
Yeah, man. I say they out of the 12 games, man. I give them like a 10-2 record, 10-2 or 11-1. I think they'd be a playoff team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It
Um.
hurts them though because they're not in the conference a little bit. It hurts them because it hinder like it's
Yeah,
like damn some of
two
these
lost Notre
and
Dame
don't
might not make the playoffs because they're not in the conference.
yeah. Yeah, it hurts them not being in
Yeah.
the conference because say you get popped by one of these
Yeah.
teams that people have got you as the big heavy the heavy winner in the odds and everything like that shit they account that shit against you for sure like especially if those teams season ain't going well
Yeah.
to the team that they lost to. So yeah, I say they're a
Right.
10-2 team,
Right.
11-1. Playoffs, edging in the playoffs. That's where I'm at with it. What y'all got?
I would say 11 and
I'm gonna
one,
go 10-2.
10 and 2, even maybe potentially 9 and 3. It depends. You know, I think the first
Yeah,
2 weeks to determine their whole season. Because I think if you start off 0 and 2, you probably maybe have some mental collapse, maybe some inside bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like then some of them other games potentially sneaking off. Notre Dame's had them seasons where they come in, we thinking they're gonna be a contender, and then they lose 3, 4 games. Again, they lost to Northern Iowa or Northern
at,
Illinois last year. So
at home too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
that was a ugly, but they
and
still
again,
lost at home,
we don't know
and it
what
still ran.
CJ Carr is going to be at all. We have no clue what CJ Carr is going to be.
That's their quarterback, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's Lloyd Carr's son,
Oh
grandson.
grandson. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, grandson. That's his people.
boy,
But still,
Yeah,
I
man.
can't
So,
believe that they let that kid walk. 5-star legacy player like that, you let him go to Notre Dame. That's crazy. Crazy.
yeah,
nasty word.
yeah.
Nasty word.
He's a 5-star player too.
He was
Yeah,
a
yeah. He
5-star,
was
like
a
number
five
3
star
ranked
recruit
quarterback in
coming
the
out.
country from Michigan, in Michigan, born, raised, college or high school football in Michigan, and they let him go to Notre Dame.
That's a crime. That'd be a
Yeah,
crime.
I mean, we can't compare it to Herb Street, but I mean, kind of not the same because his son wasn't even a 1-star, I don't think. But you know what I'm saying? Like a legacy quarterback that went to a rival. Like Notre Dame is one of Michigan's rivals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
You
wild.
can't
Could
do
you
that.
imagine if Herb Street had a 5-star son at quarterback or wide receiver, and they went to Michigan or Penn
That'd be as
State? Like I
yeah.
don't
Or
care
like
about
Eddie
little
George had
1-star
a
Herb
five
Street. That
star.
don't bother me at all.
Right. If Eddie George had a five
Yeah,
star running back for a son and he went to Michigan, I'd be sick.
I
Facts.
think Eddie
We can
George
go to
would
this
cut his
next
son
one.
off.
So,
Let one of my kids tell me they like Michigan. Hey, you can stay with your mom.
Right. Yeah,
man.
that's nasty work though, bro. For real.
I'm kidding.
All
I'm
right, so
joking.
we
I promise.
we can
But
go into this
kind of.
next predictions for the schedule right here, and this
All right.
the Colorado Buffaloes.
Oh yeah.
Bro, we
So
can't
you
do
got the
this. We can't do this without Jay Crutch, bro. This is his dog, man.
nah.
Where he at
He
though?
go. I don't
his
know. I
daughter
don't know
had
where
his
he
daughter had
at.
an extra game or
I thought he
something.
would. Yeah, I know. I know. I know his little one had something going on tonight. So I would have thought he would have been on here by now, but I guess it's taking a little bit longer than
We can
possible.
do the Auburn
But
one. Let's do the Auburn one then.
I'll be right back because my wife just asked me to call her.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
all
the
right,
Auburn
good.
one.
Hold on, let me. Would that be it?
Finally got a day where
Oh,
the
matter of fact,
NFL
we can
games
do
are
this.
on.
Actually, we can do this right now. So, all right, we can talk about this real quick. So, right now they came up the NCAA the incredible NCAA comes up with the new one-time transfer portal window right here, and apparently they're saying that the NCAA committee on the legislative relief announced it will issue a waiver to allow athletes that Division I programs place on designated student athlete lists to enter the transfer portal between July 7th and August 5th. So that this is the problem.
Right.
A lot of the college teams been a lot of the college coaches they've been asking for them to limit these transfer portal because it's about 3 windows. Now you add in another window to this shit, and these are pretty much for guys that
Not gonna
no,
play.
it won't. Yeah, pretty fucking much. Exactly. It's pretty much for those guys, the walk-ons, the Jimmy Johns that's out there trying to get to it and shit. That like during this transfer portal window, and I was kind of listening in to other people talking about this since this news came out yesterday. It's like you're not going to get any star players coming out of this window because all of them are
Nah.
already going to be on teams.
Because I mean, damn, it's August 5th. Like the season's right around the corner.
The season is next month.
Like,
I'm like,
bro,
what the hell?
who changing schools in August?
Like, you would be a fool to try to hit the portal right now, like in between like preseason camp right now, bro. Like,
Right.
this is
Spring game
this is
already
this is
done.
another reason why people don't fuck with the NCAA. Like, this is the reason why the people is wanting them to be unalive right now because
Hmm.
of this type of shit. Making moves like this, like you added another portal window, and this portal window is meaningless to the top teams, and in college
Right.
football.
Right. Right. I mean, whoever transfers, I hope they transfer with the intent of just redshirting. Because otherwise, you just transfer, you're gonna up, pack, leave, see old school, go to another school just to sit the bench or potentially not dress. Nah, I'm cool. That'd be the
Man,
dumbest thing.
bro.
That'd be the dumbest thing. Don't make no sense
Like,
for it to have a a transfer window July 7th to August 5th.
right, this is not going to affect Ohio State not one fucking bit at all.
Nah,
Especially when we're a team that we've been really on keeping a lot of our guys. You know what I mean? So this is not going to affect Ohio State not one fucking bit
nah,
at all.
nah.
All right, so we can go into Auburn right here, man. So you got Auburn's schedule up here, man.
Yeah.
We'll push the Colorado one back for Jay Crutch. I don't want Jay Crutch. He like, you did Colorado without me, man. So all right, so we do the Colorado right here, man. So Auburn right here. So this is Auburn's schedule. They have Baylor to start the year off, which that's a good game. That's a decent game. Then they got Ball State. Then I don't even know who the fuck this team is.
That's Kansas State,
Is that South? Oh, that's South Alabama.
South
Yeah, that's
Alabama.
South
Okay.
Alabama. Yeah, so that's South Alabama. Then they have Oklahoma for their first SEC game, and then they got Texas A&M. Then they got Georgia in a night game. Then they got Missouri. They got Arkansas. Then Kentucky, Vanderbilt. They got who the fuck? I could easily. Uh, I'm looking at this thing like they play. Oh, that's they bum ass SEC game that they got. That non-conference game they
Come
got.
on, Mercer.
Mercer, yeah, they playing Mercer. Then they got the rival game, the Iron Bowl with Alabama.
Yeah, they gonna beat Alabama. I got them beating Alabama.
Mm.
I do. And man, honestly,
I
too
give
though,
them.
I got them losing to Oklahoma. I got them losing to Oklahoma. I got them losing to A&M and
Oh, that game is at Oklahoma. Then they at Texas A&M.
mhm,
Not too many home. They got more home games than no. They more than home than on the road. But their
right.
road games, like the Oklahoma and Texas A&M, both of those are two tough road games for them for sure. But
Yeah,
Vanderbilt and Arkansas is feasible for them. I'm just
yeah.
curious to
I
see
think they
how
beat
good
they
Auburn
beat
is going to
Baylor.
be.
They
Like, I know
beat
they got quarterback
Vanderbilt. They beat
Thorn back,
Arkansas
so
might be a tough game, but I got them going. Boy, I got them going 9-3, bro. I got them losing to Oklahoma, A&M, and Arkansas.
yeah, I give them the Baylor game. I give them game one.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I give them Ball State. I give them
Can
South
you hear me?
Alabama. Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you good, bro. Can you hear me, TB?
Hello?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me? Oh, you probably gonna have to go back in and go out and come back in. Yeah, so I give them the Baylor game, Ball State. I give them Baylor,
You
Ball
can hear me, right?
State. Yeah, y'all can hear you. Can you hear me?
Uh huh.
Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. I like my
Oh,
it froze on my end real quick. Yeah, I can hear you though.
oh, okay, yeah,
I
okay.
can hear
All
you
right,
now.
cool, cool.
It
All right,
it,
so
it
yeah,
froze on
I'll
my
give them
end
the
though.
Baylor game, Baylor, Ball State, South Alabama, um, the Oklahoma and Texas A&M. I got Texas A&M being them. I definitely edge Oklahoma in that game too as well. So I give them two losses right there with Oklahoma and Texas A&M playing at both places back to back. Then Georgia, that's a loss. Missouri loss possibly because Missouri they've been tough the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Arkansas, I'll give them a win, an edged out win with Arkansas. Kentucky, I give them that one. Vanderbilt, I give them that one. Mercer, of course, they get that one. And then Bama, I'm going with Bama in that one, man. So I got them with like five losses. So I got them being 7-5.
damn, you got 5 losses.
Yeah, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Well, four. But no, five. Yeah, five. I forgot. Yeah, Oklahoma. They gonna go on a 3 game losing streak. Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia, all back to back to back. Oh,
Mm,
even Missouri. I'm adding Missouri. So that 4 game losing streak. I think they're gonna go on four in that 4 game stretch.
wow,
And they lose to Alabama to end the year out, man. I think they're gonna have a 7-5 year.
you trying to get their
Seven to
coach fired?
five, 8-4, 8-4 at the best. They probably win one of those games in that stretch. The only game I see them winning in that 4 game stretch between Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia, and Missouri is the Oklahoma game. That's the only game I feel they'll win.
I'm high on Oklahoma this year. I don't think they beating Oklahoma. I don't, man. If they go 7-5, bro,
It just
their
depends
coach
how
getting fired.
Oklahoma. It depends how the offense is at Oklahoma. I know they got the quarterback from Washington State, John Mateer, and they real
Mhm.
high on him. But I'm just worried about the playmakers. Who they got playing with them. Like how they gonna look. Oklahoma always keep them a good running back or two. So
Yeah,
I'm just worried about how the offense is going to look a little bit. But I could see Oklahoma winning that game. So I feel like they either gonna be 7-5, 8-4 at best.
I'm gonna go 8-4. I can see 9-3, honestly, but I don't. I wouldn't, but I don't. I wouldn't bet on it, but I'm
That's
not
a
going to
tough
go.
ass stretch. That between Oklahoma to Missouri, them four
Yeah,
games, that's a
even to
tough
Arkansas,
stretch.
and they got Arkansas on the road
Yeah,
after Missouri. That's a
that's a
yeah.
tough stretch, man.
It is. But if they win, at least out of those four, if they can win two, if they win three out of those four, they're a playoff team.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's their season right there. That month.
Can't lose more than two.
No,
Can't lose more than two. They know the
no,
rules.
that
Can't
month.
lose more than two.
That month is their season right there. That 3-4 game stretch, that's their season. So
Yeah,
mhm.
man. I'm definitely jacking them. So we got them right there, and we can go ahead and go to. I'm going to get into the recruiting a little bit. T-Mac to come in. So we had a commitment. We had a boom today. We had a
Who
boom
committed?
today. Um, if I can find a damn picture where I had a damn picture at. Oh, there you go. So got my boy right here, Luke Fahey, right here, man. Quarterback from Um, Mission Viejo out there in California, same school that my boy Philip Bell, wide receiver, the freshman wide receiver at Ohio State, went to in high school, and he committed today, 4-star kid.
Hmm. He
Let
looked
me go
young
to
as hell,
post
bro.
right here. He 6 foot, 185 pounds. They got him a 3 star on 24/7 Sports, but other sites got him as a 4 star on there. Um, and
I'm
I'm gonna go ahead and play some of his footage real quick.
I'm gonna need to see. I'm gonna need to see him get his weight up a little bit though. That 185 is.
Yeah,
I need a 205, 210, bro. It's Big
yeah, I'm gonna
Ten
play
out
it.
here.
All right, so I'm gonna play some of his footage real quick. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's Luke Fahey right there, man. Luke
Yeah,
Fahey.
yeah, he looked decisive. He can throw outside the hashes. Uh, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
he's a true passer, man. Which is one thing. I was listening to other people talk about him, and I was like, no, no, Ryan Day always no, he's not looking for no the big scrambler and quarterback. No, he's always looking for the guy that has great IQ and that's a
mhm.
great passer. The pass first quarterback. And Luke he is a dual threat. He definitely can run for sure. And I know a lot of people they're worried about the size, but you got quarterbacks out there in the league like Bo Nix out there with Sean Payton. Sean Payton is a guy that coached the Hall of Famer Drew Brees that was about the same height. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it is life in the NFL for guys with the 6 foot, 6'1" height. And
yeah,
this guy, I think he's a pure development guy. Could he start in the future? Possibly. But I mean, it's just like right now, who do I think is better between him and our 2027 guy, Brady Edmonds? I like Brady Edmonds better because I think he has a stronger arm and he has more accuracy, and I think he kind of got a better feel for the game a little bit than Luke. But both of them have a great similar feel, in my
yeah,
opinion. But Luke Fahey definitely I'm definitely happy about this commitment right here. This is definitely a
yeah,
a good commitment for real.
yeah. I mean, in the video we seen, he seemed very decisive. You know what I mean? With his decisions, his story making, like yeah, I didn't see like too much hesitation. And I hate that he had some nice touch passes on that seam route too. He had a little seam route. He
Yeah,
got it over the linebacker underneath the safety. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Those are
that caught my eye real well on that one. I was like,
mhm.
yeah, I like that pass from him. Like
Yeah,
he definitely got some good little accuracy on him, man. I'm definitely interested to watch him this senior season and watch him ball out and see him have that command of that offense. You know what I'm saying, up there in California for sure.
yeah,
And great commitment right here. This the lone quarterback we have in this 2026 class. And we can go on to the next guy right here that I want to show up on the recruiting side. My man Cameron Brickle, 6'2", 305, out there in Florida at IMG. He just transferred to IMG for his senior year. And they didn't have his junior footage of him, which was kind of odd a little bit to me, but it's okay. So I ended up getting his sophomore season footage, and
man. He
looking at this
305 at
footage,
18. Good lord.
yeah, he's going to be like the one. He's going to be a true one technique at D tackle, a
That's a
true one
big.
technique.
That's a big 18-year-old, bro. 6'2", 305.
Yeah, man.
Forward.
And crazy part, you got Jameer Perez from Glenville. He's no, we said how he was. He's like 6'2", six. He's like 6'3". He's like, I
Mm-hmm.
think he's like 6'4". I think he's like 6'4". He's 6'4", 360, man. So two
Good
big
Lord.
guys for the one technique. Jameer Perez is announcing his he's in that well, of course he's committed to Florida, but he's announcing something tomorrow on 4th of July. So we may get the flip from Jameer Perez tomorrow. So very interested in watching that. You know I'm gonna be watching that very closely. But let me go and share this footage of my boy Cameron Brickle right here.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I would like to see a little bit more of the block shedding, you know.
Yeah.
I would like to see um a little bit more explosiveness, you know, and I definitely agree with you was talking about as far as like trick one technique. He's gonna be one of those players that's gonna clog the lane up. You know what I mean? He's hard,
Facts.
he looks hard to move. You know what I mean?
Big run stopper. Big run
Yeah, he
stopper.
looks hard to move, and he mean which is a good attribute to have for a defensive lineman. I'm not trying to like throw any shade, but I'm trying to give like a good comparison, but like you know,
I can see him being. I ain't gonna lie. I can see him like he's not a three. Of course, he's not a three down guy. He's like maybe like a third and short, fourth and short guy.
hmm
Um, I put him in that. I put him like him. Like you have him, and then you got Jameer Perez. Oh my God, them boys gonna be monsters going into like year 2 and 3. Like they'd be
yeah,
complete monsters at that time, dog. Like for
yeah. I
real.
mean,
Like and
he's a big boy, man. Like that's a big dude.
he and Cameron Bickle. Like everybody's looking at the 3 star, but when you gotta look understand with Ohio State when they're going after a guy, man, like it's different, man. Like the name speaks for itself, man. When it comes after going after the guy, and they're not going after the guy just for the talent. They want to see if you the full package and if you fit for Ohio State. And Ohio State's seeing a great fit here with Cameron Brickle, and he has some great offers from big schools. You know what I mean, even as a 3 star. But he chose Ohio State, man. I'm glad he with the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the footage we seen, I mean, we just watched was, I like what I see. Um, I definitely am excited to see how he's going to progress, like as far as being coached up by our coaches, and you know what I mean.
Right, right.
I'm interested to see his development when it comes to that. So, absolutely.
Right, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the next
I
player.
got
What's up, T Mac?
What's what you say, T Mac?
what up? What up?
Yeah, we talked. So we going over. We
Nah,
kind of
so what
going
up?
over
What
the
up?
couple.
Nah,
The re. Yeah, we going over the recent commits that we didn't got. Man, Cameron Brickle, he committed last week.
I got
I
you.
just showed some footage of Luke Fahey. I know you driving, so I don't want to show you the footage of Luke Fahey while you driving. Even though you want to, if you want to
You're
see it,
good. Go ahead.
I'll drop it for you. You drop it. All right, so I'll let you see
Go
Luke
ahead.
Fahey a little bit. Um, just because we was just speaking about him being the new recent Buckeye commit, the first quarterback in the class will be the only one in the class.
How many stars is he? Four?
Yeah, he's a
How many
four.
stars
Yeah,
is he? Four?
he a 4 star guy. Yeah, he a 4 star. Now
I got.
on 24/7 they got him as a 3 star guy, but on other sites like ESPN and Rivals and stuff, they have him as a 4 star guy. I mean, I like the pinpoint on the touch of the ball that he has. Quick release. His
I
release
got
is
you.
pretty quick. He's
Yeah.
definitely mobile.
Yeah. Yeah. He throws with
Yeah.
decisiveness, When he makes
Yeah,
up his mind, he lets it sling, which I
absolutely.
like.
Yeah, I was telling before you came back on, T man, I was telling TV, I was like, man, I believe I like Brady Edmonds better than Luke Fahey for sure.
Yeah,
No, I think no, I think he has a stronger arm and better accuracy and better IQ than he has. And even though Luke Fahey's a year ahead of him, but I like what I'm seeing from him.
Mm-hmm.
no, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I think Brady Edmonds is the answer in the future, anyways. At this point, after we get through TSC, I definitely. So, welcome, sir, but you better come earn it. Is what
Yeah.
I would say.
All right,
I
so
was
I'm gonna
about to
play
say
this
the
next
same thing,
player real
man. Yeah.
quick, man. This next player he committed last week. Well, we ain't really get to talk about him too much. Aaron Thomas.
Hmm. He's a corner, right? No.
Now he a tackle.
Tackle. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it wasn't too much of him. Of course, the O line. I ain't doing too much of his film, too much. But
Right.
Aaron Thomas. Of course, we got 2 tackles in the class with Aaron Thomas and Sam Greer. Of course, I'm very high on Sam Greer. We're gonna talk about him later on the Buckeye Hater of the Week. And I'm very high on this guy, man, Aaron Thomas, man. He's the guy they have him as a 3 star, but the Buckeyes view him as a 4 or 5 star type of guy. You know what I mean? And like I
Okay.
said before with Ohio State, when it comes to when they come calling for you, they believe that you could be a guy that can contribute. You know what I mean? And
Facts.
become one of them guys for for the team. So Aaron Thomas definitely another great commit. We got 4 offensive linemen in this class right now in the 2026 class, which is we didn't even have 3 at this time last year. So
Right.
this is definitely amazing right here for sure, man. What
Right.
Tyler Bowen and his 2 other guys is doing up there for us, the old linemen for pertaining to recruiting. And one more real quick, and then we can get on to the real main topic. And this guy right here, this is Demarion Simeon, 4 star D tackle that we just got out of New Jersey, man. Big time player. The Buckeyes believe that he could contribute immediately, and they're very high on this kid right here. And he got one play on here. Now he got one play on here where he got he got one play on here where he catches the interception, which is crazy. Let me go and show it.
See, I like that explosiveness off the line, man. I look for that, man. He got that explosiveness, man. He got that quick step. and he already in the backfield. You know, yeah, he got that quick step. See, see, he's a good pair with the other guy, Cam, because the other guys are making a one technique. The other guy's like a one technique. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Like he's more so he can play the one technique, but he can play the three. He's a three technique for sure. And even if you want to have him out on the edge a little bit, sometimes you can probably throw him out there on the edge a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Absolutely, because he got that. Like I said,
He's
he got
very
that quick step.
explosive off the line, man. That first
Yeah,
step off the line is major.
yeah. He's very explosive off the line. Like soon, I mean, he's in the backfield quick.
This is the reason why they passed on PJ Dean, man. PJ Dean was a guy that was 6'5", 240, and they're looking for a bigger guy, you know what I'm saying, right now,
Mm-hmm.
on that D line as far as
Yeah,
DeMarcus Simmons, man. I love this kid right here. 6'3", 275. I think he looked like he about good 290 to me personally. I think the 275 was a little bit overstated a little bit in a sense. But yeah, I like this kid, man. Damari Simeon definitely going. They really truly believe this guy can be a guy that can play early, play year one, and that's why they went after him hard. I heard Ohio State had Simeon definitely really high on their board, so
okay.
this was definitely a big win right here for Ohio State last week. Well, not even last week, a few days ago, grabbing up Demarius Simeon for sure right here, man. And we can go ahead and get to the business right here with some of these main topics. I know T Mac. I know he started work at 10, but he'll probably try to come back on real quick before he hop on. So we can go
He
ahead
had
and
to
get
go.
into the
He had to
main
go to
topic.
work at 10.
Yeah, he was going. He was supposed to be off tonight, but they ended up having him come in tonight. So he going in on some 10 o'clock ish.
That
So we
third
can go ahead and
shift.
get into it. So salute to my dog Jeremiah Smith right here, man. He inks him a deal with Adidas right here, and well deserving. I know me and T Mac briefly talked about it a little bit early before you came on. How it was people out there talking about this, saying that why he didn't have a deal with Nike instead of Adidas, which is I'm like Adidas right now they're trying to really up their brand. So they're signing a lot. They're giving a lot of young kids NIL deals right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Yeah,
them. And
yeah.
Jeremiah Smith, what's the college shit? Travis Hunter, he's with Adidas. And
Okay.
and Jeremiah Smith, he's the new addition to Adidas right here. So salute to Jeremiah Smith getting more to the bag right here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just seen that. I seen the picture. I showed it in the group. I see that boy Jeremiah. He posted a picture. He posted some pictures early on his IG where that boy had the Louis V jeans shorts on and everything. He was
Oh
fly as
wow.
hell. I'm like that boy. I'm like, yeah, that boy Jeremiah getting to that money over there, man. He getting
Right.
to that money.
Did they disclose how much he getting paid?
Yeah, because you remember I showed the NIL evaluations. So they're saying right now he's currently getting paid. His NIL valuation is 4.2 million, which is with the Adidas deal, you'll probably add more to that. So they gonna fuck around trying to sign him a lifetime deal with damn Adidas when he get into the NFL.
Oh yeah.
But let's get into some of the stuff that Jeremiah, because Jeremiah kind of spoke up a little bit the other day. Um, he spoke about this season. He said, I'm at 225 pounds now. I was at 205 or 208 when I got to Ohio State. Body fat, I think I'm second lowest on the team. I just did 20 reps of 225 pounds on the bench and ran 22 miles per hour in a game. Well, what you think about Jeremiah Smith? Um, Man, just 225 pounds, man, 6'3", Ah man, he's solid out there, bro. And he don't. It's crazy, bro. That like Mickey Moratti is the best in the game as far as strength and conditioning coaches out there, man. And he's
Yeah.
getting Jeremiah Smith all the way together, where his game is going to be up 1,000 this year for sure. What you think
Right.
about Jeremiah Smith on this right here?
Okay. I think 225 pounds is great, great playing weight because you can barely. I mean, you can say he bulked up. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of tell, but it's like he still look
Yeah,
solid.
it's
Like
all
he's good.
body. It's all like, bro. It's all muscle.
Yeah,
All muscle. That 225.
yeah. He's like he reminds me of like To with his body and fat and how he looked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a freak of nature type. You know what I mean? He gonna be one of those ones they talking about in the league. Like, bruh, like when he 14, 13, 14 years in the league, they're gonna be like, yo, how is he still in shape? Like that LeBron type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I think. Cause he already like that now. You know what I mean? If he stay healthy,
Absolutely.
bruh, it's yo, yeah, he
Yeah,
go.
and then it's all about. And I mean, we both play ball, so we know. Like the more you in that weight room and stuff, and you taking care of your body, resting your body, relaxing your body, and everything. The
Mhm.
less, it's less error for injury. You know what I'm
Right.
saying when you're in that position. So, with Jeremiah Smith being 225 solid, all muscle. Man, he's going to be hard to tackle.
Mhm.
He's fast as shit. He's already he's in the 4.3, he's in the 40. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we already seen him manhandling, DBs last year as a freshman. Like it's only going to get fucking worse this next year, bro. Like
Mhm.
you're going to see this man this year. He gonna be getting triple teamed this year, probably,
Yeah.
bro. Like that. That's how worried all of these teams is going to be trying to play because I think a lot of the defenses is going to play suit to Jeremiah Smith the whole year. A lot of teams they going to be scared to play man,
Oh yeah.
but they're going to be scared to play man. But with us having so many other playmakers along with Jeremiah Smith, it's gonna be hard for a lot of defenses this year, man. That's why I said like a lot of defense. Y'all don't even understand the talent we have. We got four returning offensive linemen back coming, so the line is gonna be straight.
Mhm.
No, all we need is JS10 that had commanded that offense. You know what I'm saying? Don't turn the ball over. Get the ball out to the playmakers and let
Yep.
them do their job, man.
Yep.
JS10 don't gotta be phenomenal to win us a natty. Just like Will Howard, he wasn't. He didn't have to be phenomenal, even though he was phenomenal in the playoffs. I'm just saying
Mhm.
in general, you don't have to be fucking CJ Stroud to win us a fucking championship. You know what I
Nah,
mean? You just get
nah,
the
just
ball out to the playmakers and don't turn the ball over.
yep.
Make good
Wait.
decisions with the rock.
Yep. Take what the defense give you because we got the athletes that's gonna make plays. So absolutely.
And speaking of Julian saying, Jeremiah Smith, he had some words about JS10. He said that arm is different. He can make any and every throw. Just a smart quarterback. It's going to be scary for opponents this season, right here. So, big statement right here from Jeremiah Smith, right here, man. What you think about him speaking about JS10?
Listen, man. I'm hearing all the hype, and I'm just praying that JS10 live up to it. I'll always say the game is always played on the field, but if everything they saying is true, I mean it's a lot of pressure on Julian, bro. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure.
Absolutely.
And I'm inclined to believe what these experts and his teammates are saying. So I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna run with them and believe them, but I'm gonna need to see it. You know what I mean, as well. Like you know what I mean, to put that firm belief in my heart. You know what I mean? I gotta see it. In week one, we're gonna see it early. Week one, we're gonna see
Yeah,
it
I
early.
think it's. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's real dope that the team is really getting after JS10 because I think it's going to give him more confidence going into the season, and it
Absolutely.
kind of led me into the thoughts. I had a thoughts. Man, damn, man. I'm sorry, man. I got. It's like now that we doing the show, now I got like more topics coming through my head through the show and shit. I'm like, I
Right.
can't be on
It
long
always be
tonight.
like that.
So I'm like, oh my God. So I got to
Yeah.
make sure I remember these topics to put down for us for next week for sure. Because I
Yeah.
got some great topics for next week. Because I was kind of rushing a little bit to put our show together tonight,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to
That,
have it out right, which is we do. Everything is coming out right. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's dope that they having confidence around JS10 because I believe it allow him to be more confident and no, I want to see one thing. I do want to see because I heard salute to my boys, Minister Sports, and my boys Zach Smith and Chris Drew over there, man. My boys
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to them if y'all ain't subscribed to them. I heard I was listening to their pod earlier, and they was talking about captains on the team and asking if Julian Sands should be the captain on the team, and they were saying that they should give him the role of being a captain because he's the quarterback and allow push him into that role and see how he move in that role.
Yeah.
And which is I was
Yeah.
thinking about that.
I
I
mean, I
was
think.
like, that's a dope perspective a little bit.
Yeah, I think the quarterback position in football should always be the captain because it's the leader. You know what I mean?
Right,
I think it's a
right,
red flag for me. You know what I mean? Unless you got like a all-time great Ravens 99 defense and you got Trent Dilfer, you don't need a player like that to be a quarterback to be a leader. But those are outliers. I feel like, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So,
right.
but I always feel like the quarterback, if he's lead by example off the field, it's clear he leading by example on the field already. So he should be the captain. I think the quarterback should be a captain for sure.
Yeah, bro. I'm in agreement with you, bro. I always had a vision of like, on teams that I played in, I always expected the quarterback to be a main leader on the team. Always. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I felt like you force JS10 in that role, then he has no choice right there to become a leader and step up and be more voiceful and have
Facts.
more command of the team, let alone the offense. You know what I mean? So I
Facts.
believe that's
Facts.
a move that I think Ryan Day should make, even though I know he's a red shirt freshman and all. They didn't do that first initially when it came up to CJ Stroud in his first year starting. CJ Stroud
Hmm.
was the second year captain that second year in his junior year, along with Justin Fields. Same way when he came in from Georgia, he wasn't a captain his first year, but that second year he was captain that following year. So it may be a situation where they may not have JS10 in position to be a captain for us, starting off this year.
Hmm.
But no, hopefully he plays well to where he fuck around to be in that role next year for sure. But I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind if they ushered him into that role because I feel like if he's our guy, then we need him to be one of the leaders on the team and be that guy to be voiceful and be a leader for sure.
Facts. That's what we need.
And
That's what we need.
let's go ahead and go to my boy right here. This was a comment that was very went very viral with Jeremiah Smith right here. Uh, he says he speaks on the Bums Up North game. He says, "I didn't want to go to Ohio State and lose to that team up north. I just hate them. Just something about them. For the next 2 years, I promise you, I would not lose to them. I can't lose to them in the next 2 years."
Yeah, I mean that's a big
Man,
guarantee, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a big
man,
guarantee.
see this man. So I didn't thought about this like the last 3 days, bro. Like last 2.5 days. I didn't thought about this when this came up on social media. I love him saying this right here. I love it because this
Hmm.
is some shit that I would say. I would say some shit like this because I feel like, and I said this to you when we had our phone conversation. I told T Mac the same thing when I talked to him. I was like, I, I love the energy that he has for us this
Hmm.
because I feel like the team, JJ doesn't speak much. So I feel
Right.
like the team is going to gather around this and have that same energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is, because Jeremiah is a lead by example player. Like he just let his play show by and lead by example. And I
Right.
feel like with Jeremiah Smith making this statement right here, this has to resonate in that locker room. It really does. Because this is a kid that's not from Florida. I mean, he's not from Ohio. He's from
Right.
Florida.
Right.
He's born and raised from Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's not from Ohio, but he understands how significant that game is by making this statement for sure. And
Yeah.
if that's on his mind, where going into the season, then it has to be on the rest of the team minds as well, because they know, that game with a couple plays, that game changes. We win the ball game last year, but at the same time, we didn't happen. It turned this team up to where they made that run in the playoffs last year, bringing home a national championship. Which is,
Uh-huh.
you definitely got to, give kudos and thanks to bums up north for turning us up for the playoffs. I give them their credit for that. They didn't got us for the fourth time. They get credit. I give credit where it's due. I'm just saying
Mhm.
that shit right here. What my man JJ saying, I take this shit to heart. What he's saying, and I believe him. I believe him. I believe that he really on that type of time, and I feel like this team, this Ohio State team, with JJ saying things like this. I believe that he's real live serious about this shit, and I feel like the whole team feels the same way, and they gonna do anything in their power to win this game next year when they come to playing Bums up north in the Little House next year.
Yo, he said 2 more years. You expect that to be here 2 more years?
Yeah, well, technically, I mean, he was a freshman last year, so he got two more. Sophomore and
Okay.
junior year, he out of here. He out of here. Junior, third year, he
Okay.
out of here.
He,
Ain't no
he,
reason to play no
he
four.
can leave. He can leave after this year, technically, can he?
No, he gotta play three. You gotta play three. So say like if he was redshirting last year, like your third year, you able like you're a sophomore, you redshirt sophomore, you can leave your redshirt sophomore year.
Oh, okay. 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 So yeah. So yeah. So
Yeah, he
and
three and done.
he
He
talking
three
about
and done, man.
he
Bro,
talking
and the
about I'm not
crazy
even
part
gonna
is teams
lose me
that
with this
want
shit.
him to come out right now. Like in effect, he probably would have been the first wide receiver off the board this year if he came out this year. We talked about this
Oh
before
yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I,
easy.
I love this statement from him. I love it, bro. Like, cause it it gives me more hope for this game. It coming up for this year, November 29th.
Yeah.
It gives me
Yeah.
hope into it, a lot more hope. Like I'm not like I only get nervous about the game when it gets like the day before or the day like 2 days out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now, of course,
Yeah.
you got the whole season to play, but this is always going to be a topic of discussion right here. For us, and I can't wait till when the game happens because we're gonna pull this post up, and everybody gonna pull this post up and speak about this post on the results of this game. And
Oh,
I'm just
Michigan got it up in their meeting rooms right now. I'm sure.
Yeah, bro.
You
Because
hear
I
you
mean, the
hear all
thing
that?
is, Ohio State. One people got to understand. 'Cause I don't know if everybody. I know we both been to Ohio State. We know they got a clock in the weight room around. The Woody over there. They got a clock with the time for the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're getting prepped for Texas because they're week 1, but it's always the Bums up north. They're always on the mind a little bit, training and getting ready for the season because that's the big one right there. The
Yeah.
records is out of the window. You gotta win that one. You gotta win that
Yeah. They
one,
got.
man. And we did came up short these last 4 years, and it's time for us to get back on that winning side.
Yeah. Yeah. It's time. I can't take 5 years in a row.
Yeah, I can't, bro. I can't take another year of the Michigan fans trolling, bro. I can't do it. And I feel like they trolling. I like, man. I feel like they don't even. They got a right to troll, but I'm like, man, y'all troll game be shitty for real. Like, like the troll game be shitty for real, bro. Like, I don't be worried about these niggas. I'm like, bro, it's fucking Michigan fans. Like they are the worst fan base in college football. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that because I hate them. I do hate Michigan. So hey, I would be a lie to say I don't hate them. I hate Michigan with a passion. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? With a pure
I think it's
passion.
it's it's, it's between Michigan and Bama for me are like the worst fans. You know, what I mean, I think Bama fans are horrible.
Yeah, Alabama fans could be bad. They got some good ones though. I just ran into some good ones. They ain't as delusional as the Michigan fans. Like the bums up north fans, they are super delusional up there, man. Super
Yeah.
delusional.
But then you
And
got
I just
those Paul Feinbaum fans, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
he
Those are
a he a
that's a
Bama
fan
fan.
base.
He a SEC
Yeah,
fan.
yeah, yeah.
Saying shit like this, saying dumbass shit, talking about Arch Manning is gonna be better. Said Arch Manning is the best college football quarterback we have seen since Tim Tebow. Like shit like that, bro.
Stop,
Come on,
stop it, bro.
be fucking
Arch
real.
Manning, Arch Manning, what as of right now, he's not even better than Johnny Football or Cam.
Nah, but I gotta see it, bro. We don't
I
got
gotta
much
see it.
on him to say Arch Manning is gonna be one of them guys, bro. Like we seen, he
Nah,
started in 2 games last year. He came in Ohio State game, and what the fuck happened? We gonna
got
run
smacked.
the. That's why I love having this footage.
They crash in. Arch takes it to the
This what
side.
happened.
Steps around the legs. First down.
The tight end came up, snapped it through the legs. A lot of teams been doing that lately. It was awesome.
Ooh,
Tight end came up, snapped it through the legs. A lot of teams been doing that lately. It's always
for real.
Yeah, I mean, got his damn head cracked in that motherfucker. Yeah, I
Uh
mean,
huh.
and then this, right here, I gotta play this clip, and we got shit like this right here from my boy.
When he reached up and took that over in double coverage like that, you know what I mean? That's grown man. That's
Yeah,
grown man status. You
bro,
know.
that's what I'm saying, man. Jeremiah Smith, bro. Like we are watching a legend in our eyes right now with Jeremiah Smith, dog. And I can just tell you, like, I remember when we landed, Jeremiah Smith, because Jeremiah Smith was one of the first recruits in that 2025 class, and
Hmm.
he held on to that. We held on to that commitment, man. You remember Ryan Day at the podium that day when it was signing day and stuff, and then the paperwork, everything went through with JJ, and then he kind of bent down to his knees for a second and stuff. He like, man, thank God we got Jeremiah, because he knew
Yeah.
he knew how detrimental it was to get Jeremiah Smith, because he knew he was a game changing player, man. He really
Hmm.
did.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Definitely a game changer. Your program changer for real, for real.
For real,
Cause he,
definitely is,
yeah.
because you got all the little kids, they want to be like him and stuff. He's a great, role model to the younger kids, the youth, and
Hmm.
he's doing great. Bro, he don't go out. He stays to himself. He's real. He's quiet and reserved. You know what I'm saying? He's all about work. Working, school and on the field, man. That's all he's about,
Yeah.
man. And those are the players that Ohio State is definitely looking for and checking for, man, for sure. And he's one of those
Yeah.
guys,
He definitely locked in. He definitely locked in for sure.
for sure, man. So we're going to get to this Buckeye hater of the week. I'm sorry, my man T-Man on here, because he brought this to the table tonight on the Buckeye hater of the week right here. This guy. So Jason Snyder, he's a media guy. Of course, it was a viral clip last week with Sam Greer, the 6'7", 2026 offensive tackle commit for Ohio State from Archbishop Hoban out there upstate in Ohio. Um, they try the guy Jason Snyder claims that he got bulldozed by another guy in the process during the rivals camp, but he was rivals MVP. So, dude, Jason Snyder obviously is running some little hate content on Ohio State with Sam Greer, trying to say Sam Greer. He thinks Sam Greer is a bust, which is I can say this guy, you definitely on some real hater shit, some real dick eating shit. You gonna go after one guy? What about the other offensive tackles that was getting bulldozed? It's easy to get bulldozed over when you're playing with other 4 or 5 star edge guys and you don't have no damn equipment on.
Hmm.
Ain't no equipment on.
Yeah, ain't no equipment. It ain't. It ain't. It's really just like 7-on-7 type ish. It's like
Yeah,
yeah. If
bro.
you ain't got no equipment, it don't even really matter for. I don't even make it count.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is nasty work right here, bro. Like these dudes be making content for clicks and likes, man, for real. Like, and this is a true evidence of this shit because he's saying that Sam Greer's a fraud and he only seen one clip. You ain't see his basketball footage. You ain't that man is an athletic 6'7" guy. He started basketball all fucking well, it's gonna be 4 years this year. Um, and he's a guy that is definitely has NFL potential. Very athletic, offensive tackle, one of the best tackles in the country. He's rising up to where I wouldn't be surprised if he'll be a 5 star. When it all said and done by the end of this senior year, he'll be a 5 star guy.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
Sam Greer is an
and
NFL caliber guy.
yeah, and honestly, like everybody gets beat. Like you know what I mean?
You go
Everybody gets
have
beat.
that. You gonna get beat in
Hmm.
1-on-ones without equipment on, no
Yeah,
helmet and none of that shit on.
yeah. Listen, I don't seen Trent Williams get beat. Like you know what I mean? It happens. Like we don't seen I don't seen Warren Sapp get blocked and you know what I'm saying stuff like we don't seen great players get beat. It happens. Like you know what I mean. But for the top players, the 5 star players, the big time players, it happens. But it's far and few in between. Like you know what I mean. So
Facts,
it's like
bro. Yeah, man.
it ain't
Jason
no
Snyder,
it
he
ain't
the
no big
Buckeye
deal.
hater of the week with this weak ass take right here, man. This dumb ass
Hmm.
take, bro. Like these dudes just be trying to get clicks and likes. That shit ain't. Yeah, we only addressing it because we always do our Buckeye Head of the Week, and you are the Buckeye Head of the Week. Talk about Sam Greer's a fraud. You don't know this young kid. You probably ain't even watched
Yeah,
this film on Hudie yet. You know what I mean? Like
probably
you ain't
not.
even watch. You gotta watch the film. This dude watched one clip. He ain't even watched the whole film of this guy. This guy's dominating in the state of Ohio. Probably the best
Yeah,
offensive tackle in the state of Ohio currently, right now. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
salute to my boy Sam Greer, man, for sure, man. That Archbishop Hoban out there, man. Hopefully, I fuck around and catch him down the line in the playoffs. I don't go up that way to catch no games, high school wise, but
Right,
it's all
right.
good though, man. This was another great one, bro, man. We can go ahead and shut it down, man. You got any closing statements?
Um, I don't got no closing statements. I just wanna I'm just hoping like one thing that's on my mind right now is just like the Julian saying. I'm excited to see, what I'm saying, if all the hype, you know what I mean, is he gonna live up with I believe he is. I'm not about to, what I'm saying, I believe it. And so I'm sitting right behind a car with a Ohio State sticker right now. But yeah, but I believe he's gonna do it. I'm excited though. You know what I mean? I think that I want to see him live up to the hype, but I do believe that he is, what I'm saying, the hype. You know what I mean? Because everybody's talking about his arm talent. I mean, that's something that's undebatable. Everybody can see that. Like, like a Steph Curry jump shot. Like, he's good. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, I'm excited about that. So, and I think if he lives up to that height, we winning back to Natty.
Absolutely, bro. I'm all the way with you on that shit, man. And for sure, this was
Hmm.
another great episode. This was the 40th episode tonight, man. If y'all watching this on the playback, make sure y'all like and comment on the playback for sure.
For
And
sure.
follow Buckeye Steppas on IG and Facebook, man. I'm gonna start ramping up more content on there for sure, as well
Subscribe to
with
the
the
channel
guys.
too.
Subscribe to the channel, CamJ Network for sure as well, man. We working over here, man, and we'll be
Yep.
back next Thursday, man.
Yep.
And OH, we out of here.
IO.
Ayo.